On the iPhone, I just let you in the room. Good morning to you. Start your name
Asia Outerbridge.
and turn your camera on, man. Asia who?
Outerbridge.
And why are you so late?
Because I have a paper right here that shows my court started at 1 o'clock. But then when I called, right here, if you can look on this thing right here, it says 1 o'clock.
I don't see 1 o'clock.
Maybe
like I saw 9 a.m. It looks like I saw 9 a.m.
I had 1 o'clock on one of those papers.
You just showed me a paper, Miss Outerbridge. That
yes,
said
I did. Right. So when I called,
no, we can't talk at the same time.
Well, I apologize for being late. Excuse me.
Stop.
Miss Outerbridge, you asked me a question. I'm just trying to answer it.
I know. Put whatever you're trying to prepare down.
I'm trying to feed my daughter.
Get your clothes. You got to put your properly dressed on. I am
properly dressed. I have on a t-shirt. I am properly dressed.
Is that a robe?
It's the problem, sir. I'm not even doing that. You asked me a question. I'm answering. My daughter is sick. I had to keep her home from school. I'm just trying to feed her. That is it.
Understandable, but you're in court.
Miss Outerbridge, I'm sorry that your daughter is sick. But again, you're in court, okay? And we're going to treat it as such. I'm
properly dressed.
No, don't talk.
I have on clothes. I have on clothes. I have on clothes.
Fine, Miss Outerbridge.
I have on clothes.
This is the city of Detroit.
This lady here was a trip. She just kept wanting to argue with Judge Perkins, and Judge Perkins just wasn't going to have it. So, welcome everybody to the American Courts. Good to see Fozzie here. Hadn't seen Fozzie in a while. Got C Critter. Got Captain Trips. Hadn't seen Captain Trips in a while. Got JLOSO. Hadn't seen him in a while. Yep. If you're not early, then you're late. Absolutely. I am always late. I cannot begin to understand how to be on time. I'm trying. Let's see where we go here.
Asia Outerbridge, case number SP 165-40401. Mr. Boffman, appearance for the record, please.
Harry Boffman for the defendant.
Ms. Outerbridge, state your name for the record, please.
Asia Outerbridge.
Now, let's get this straight. You came in here earlier. You came super late. Now, all I asked you was why you were late. You told me that you got a notice that it said 1 o'clock or something like that. And you held the notice up and you showed me the notice. Whether that was the notice that you got, I don't know. But the notice that you showed me was 9 a.m. Now, after that, everything fell apart. You come in court with a robe on. I want you to be at least presentable. I didn't ask you to put a suit or your Sunday clothes on. I want you to be presentable. And I want you, when I'm talking, this is my courtroom. You don't talk. And I'll give you a chance to speak if I need to know something from you, like I asked you that. So those answers that you gave me were your answers. And now you want to get upset with me because I'm trying to keep some sort of decorum in the courtroom. Now you're rolling your eyes.
I'm not rolling my eyes. I'm looking at my daughter.
You rolled your eyes.
I'm looking at my daughter. Okay. Okay.
There we go.
Okay.
There we go again. I'm the one that can dismiss this case or not. Come back in the screen, ma'am. Don't go rolling your eyes and under the screen now.
Sir, I think you're being very biased because I'm quiet. I'm not even trying to be argumentative. I'm here. I explained why I was in my robe and I explained why I was late to the court. You are still nitpicking. We already had a talk about it when I came back in. I said, okay. And I left it at that. I'm not trying to argue with you. I have a 3-year-old. I have a 3-year-old jumping around over here. I'm just trying to pay attention. That is all. I'm not rolling my eyes at you. I don't have an attitude at you. If you're going to be biased towards the case because you're upset with me about being late, then maybe I should get a new judge. But I'm not trying to argue. I'm just trying to get the case over with so I can go on about my day with my sick daughter.
Trial date, July 1st, 2025, at 9 a.m. Best of luck to you, Ms. Outerbridge.
I can go.
You may.
Judges, Asia,
Outer-
ASI.
Yes, Jake.
Should I just call off work then? Because I need to be at work.
Well, I don't, listen, don't interrupt.
No.
You do what you have to do, sir.
I
Put
Whatever,
your
I'll-
device, put the cigarette out. Put the
The
cigarette
cigarette's
down.
not even. Hey, the cigarette's not even lit, sir. But I got you.
Bye.
All right.
Bye. You want to take, you want to, this is the one, you want to just pay, what do you want to do with this? He wants to just
Yeah, I just
resolve
wanna-
it today?
Yeah, I just want to resolve today. I just want to pay because I don't want to keep coming back to Zoom and missing work.
Okay. Are you able to, is he able to make a factual basis, Ms. Payne?
Your Honor, we would stipulate to the face of the ticket, its offer is 3-month delayed sentence. It was his daughter who allowed another person to drive, but she was driving the car with his permission.
Yes, my daughter has license and insurance.
Yeah,
but
I don't understand how, well, first of all, just to get it over with, that factual basis that you put on the record, Ms. Payne, does not amount to him knowing that if his daughter had a valid driver's license and he can't determine what she does with the car when he's not around, not around.
I agree, Your Honor, but this was my client's decision. I suggested possibly a bench trial and have an attorney appointed for him.
This is not even an issue of attorney appointed, sir. I can't accept that. I can't accept that plea. If your daughter is driving, that's not new 18. No.
yeah, I ain't want to. Hello. Oh.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I didn't want to keep dragging it out. Like I don't know how I even got a ticket for no license, and I wasn't in the vehicle. My daughter has license and insurance.
Let me stop you. You don't want to keep dragging it out, but I can't take the deal. Turn your camera on so we can talk. I can't see you. I can't talk to you while I can't see you.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay.
So this is going to go to trial. Give me a trial date without names. Because if you're saying that unless your daughter didn't have a valid driver's license, does your daughter have a valid license?
My daughter has license. The officer wouldn't take her license.
Okay, that's it. Well,
She had license and insurance. The car is just in my name, but the officer
I
he
understand.
wouldn't.
Just don't too much more talking. We're gonna find out what happened on this date when the officer comes in, if the officer does come in. July the 1st, 2025, we're gonna get some resolution then, all right?
July 1st.
Yes, best of luck to you, sir.
All right, so you guys gonna reach back out or something, or?
No, you got it today. Come back in July the 1st. You should get a notice.
Oh,
But,
okay.
You write it down now.
All right, July 1st at 8:30 again.
At 9 a.m.
9 a.m. Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Have a good day.
All right, you too.
All right, most everything I got tonight's Judge McNally. He's had a rough couple days, so we threw that in there. Let's go see what we got. I named them 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So of course it's gonna be hard to figure it out.
Your name?
Oh, Lisa Cosby.
You can come up here, sir. Go right over there. This will be a plea to disorderly persons with a plea to be taken under 771.1.
Correct, Your Honor. That is our intent here today. I have had ample time to go over that plea with my client, explain everything to her, talk to the prosecutor, and she does intend to avail herself to that offer here today.
If you plead to disorderly, and I want you to know, I need a factual basis.
Of course.
I don't want to just have somebody tell me I was loud. Okay? I'm just telling you. So I need a factual basis. I'm so sick of hearing people say I got a little loud when it was a retail fraud or something. I need a factual basis either on the original charge or a legitimate factual basis on the added count. I just want everybody to be aware of that. If you plead guilty to this charge disorderly under section 771.1, I'm going to take it under 771. I'm going to place you on probation for 3 months. And if you're compliant, the case will be dismissed on motion of the prosecutor. Do you understand that?
Yes.
Did you sign, read, and understand the advice of rights?
Yes.
If you plead guilty, you'll be giving up all those rights and there will not be a hearing or a trial. Do you understand that?
Yes.
All right. Your name, sir?
Justin Boyer, Your Honor.
All right. Do you have any questions before we go on? Questions?
I have questions. This has been going on for a long time. How, like 3 months slapped on the wrist has put me in jail for false accusations, and I almost lost my CPL over this, you name it. She just was doing this here today, like make a big commotion with bailiffs, last time with the bailiffs here. It's gonna, I mean, it's like against my own rights that like, I just stay away from her, I don't talk to her, and she is suction cup to me to like cause hell on me and my family.
Hang on a second. Slow down.
I'm just confused how she can lie to the court, you for one.
Hang on a second. Slow down. Just wait a second. Prosecutor made their determination that this was a fair and amicable resolution. I don't supplant my judgment for them. A lot of times they're too tough, in my view. A lot of times they're too easy. I try not to get involved in what they do unless there's something unethical about it. I don't. Okay? So that's what they've agreed on. She's got a clean record, right?
Absolutely.
She's got a clean record.
She gets done to these cases, but she keeps getting dismissed, slapped on the wrist. If that would be me, it's like,
No, these are irrelevant.
if it wasn't fair, I would be in jail right now. I don't understand how it works. I just want to know how the system works. That's all I want to know. I just want to know, if I lie to you, is this how it works?
You should let me answer. Her criminal history is negative. There's nothing on here. There's nothing on here. She's got a speeding ticket at some point, a couple, 2, 3 speeding tickets in the last 5 years. That's all I see. Now, I don't know what to tell you.
There's a pending case.
Sir. Sir. Prosecutors analyze a lot of different things when they make decisions, just like defense lawyers and defendants do. I personally cannot believe that you two are brother and sister. Well, I just can't. I've not seen this much animosity between a brother and a sister in a long time, but I can't say that that's shocking either. In other words, I seem that everybody's angry with everybody, it seems like now. I shouldn't embellish like that, but a lot of people have a lot of anger. And I just kind of wonder why they even want to go through this crazy thing called life. I mean, we're not here that long. We're angry all the time. What good is it? I mean, I'd rather go get involved in a fight with a lion somewhere.
At this point, I just don't feel like
Listen,
I just don't
listen.
feel like living anymore. This is, it's crazy.
Listen. Did you express this to the prosecutor?
She's just trying to push it. She gets pushed along, and this is how it works. I mean, I've got so many cases. Since the last time I've seen you, I've been dealing with nothing but false police reports after false police report. Jeff Watson's working on one right now. Since we've seen you, you told her not to have no contact with me. I got videotapes of me in front of judges with all these crazy stuff. Like, I don't talk to her. I want nothing to do with her. My family suffers. I'm being chased around town in company vehicles for false accusations. In front of the police station, getting almost losing my CPL. I can't even ride off my own gun, and I have a CPL holder. How do I don't even want to live. How do I live like that?
Come on.
How do you live like that?
Come on.
I can't.
Come on.
How do you live? I just need to know.
Just let's settle down a second.
I'm just confused. I just don't know how it works. She lies to you about your address. I would never lie to you.
All right, Mr. Cole. I've heard enough. I don't dictate what they do. Did you hear what I said 5 minutes ago? Did you hear me? Did you understand what I'm saying? I'm not the prosecutor. I'm not.
I get it.
Don't argue with
I'm not
me.
arguing, but this is gonna stop when someone really gets hurt. That's what's gonna stop. Because that's what's gonna happen. I'm gonna either get hurt by a cop or a police officer, and that's what she's going for. That's when it's gonna eventually be done. Other than that, it is what it is.
Time out on the field, okay? I don't know what you want me to do. I'm not the prosecutor.
3 months probation is not enough.
I'm not the prosecutor.
I'm the victim. And so is my family, and we're sick of it.
Now, don't get disrespectful with me, okay?
I'm telling you how I feel.
I get it. I wouldn't be excited about it either.
I've been locked up in front of my kids. I've been put in jail for this, and been found
They
guilty.
put you in jail on
I've
this?
been, for different accusations, yes, that's leading up to this. I've been in jail, I've been chased by police with my kids in the car, my kids are suffering from this, like.
I don't find any of this amusing either. I gotta be honest with you. I would not be amused either.
I got 3 little girls that are scared.
All right, Mr. Cole, Mr. Cole. Okay, just settle down. I don't know what to say. I'm not gonna block this plea. And ultimately, if I want, I can take this and make it a longer probationary term. Do I usually do that? No. No, I don't. Not when the parties agree to it. Oftentimes, they don't agree. They leave that blank for me to determine. But you understand that I can do that, right, Ms. Cosby? And you understand that.
Yes, Your Honor.
And I want you to settle down, Mr. Cole. Please. Nobody is condoning illegal conduct. Let me take the plea and I will go from there. Do you understand the possible penalties?
Absolutely, yes,
Do you understand your rights?
yes,
You signed them today, right?
yes,
And you've read them.
yes,
You went over them with your lawyer.
yes,
If you plead guilty, you're going to be giving up all those rights and we will not have a trial of any kind. You understand that?
yes,
Now, you still wish to plead guilty.
yes,
Mr. Dubin, I hope you understood what I said. I'm going to ask you now, how do you plead to the charge of disorderly conduct?
guilty,
What did you do on October 16 of 24 at 1 o'clock PM that makes you guilty of disorderly conduct?
May I go hear my client, Your Honor?
I want her to answer me. I mean, what did you do that makes you guilty of disorderly conduct?
I reported a crime, and I was hysterical.
Did you report a crime knowing that the crime did not occur?
No, I did not.
Yeah, Your Honor, if I may do a disorderly conduct plea, I would rather her plead affection.
I just don't want to hear, listen.
I understand.
Yeah. I got a little loud. I've been guilty of disorderly conduct 1,000 times in my life if the definition is just getting a little loud. So you want to have at it, but I'm going to give you a chance for a factual basis.
Of course.
If there's none, we are setting this for trial.
Absolutely. I think I know what.
Go ahead.
On the date and time in question, the Lee grounds.
Yes,
And at that time, did you call Brownstown Police Department?
yes,
And did you call them, letting them know that you were under the impression that your brother pointed a gun at you?
yes,
And after officers arrived at that scene, were you disorderly with them?
yes,
And were you combative with them?
I guess,
I don't want you to guess. We're not in
Yes.
jeopardy. What
Yes.
did you do?
I guess I was loud.
I don't want you to guess.
I
This
was
is
loud.
not,
I'm sorry.
we're not guessing what 38,972 times 493 is without a calculator. I want to know whether you think you were disorderly, and if so, in what way?
Yes, I was loud.
I don't want to hear, be specific. I'm loud right now.
I'm gonna get there, Your Honor. I promise. I think I know what you're looking for. And by the disorderly and loud, when you confronted officers, were you yelling and screaming at them?
Yes,
And was that about body cam, whether there was body cam or not?
yes,
And did you give them a hard time?
yes,
Why were you yelling and screaming at them? Tell me. I'm asking a question.
because I was scared.
You were scared, so you were yelling and screaming at the police? Is that the way you displayed your
Yes,
anger, is by or being scared is by screaming and yelling at the police? Is that what you were doing?
Yes,
What were you saying specifically to them?
I don't remember. It was,
Were you swearing at them?
no, I wasn't
Were
swearing.
you yelling at them about the fact that they weren't arresting Mr. Cole?
No,
What were you yelling at them about?
I was yelling at them to look at the cameras for what had happened.
And you were yelling at them?
Yes.
How many of them were there?
I don't remember. At first, there was a couple and then more came. I don't remember like totally how many.
Are you on probation right now?
No,
Parole?
no,
Anybody force you to plead guilty?
no.
My next question. Are we talking about the same case? Or are we talking about something different?
Talking about the same case. She's not, the plea is not going to be to false information to,
I reported, I didn't remember yelling at the police one time.
I'm sorry?
I reported the whole incident. I don't remember yelling at the police one time.
Her?
I remember yelling at the police one time. I had the whole thing.
She wouldn't lie to me out here.
You all have body cam.
You lied about her address. Yeah, she was.
All right.
Your Honor, I gotta make an objection.
Hang on a second.
For the record.
Hang on.
You checked the other back.
Hang on. When I say hang on, I mean don't talk. Am I not clear about that? I'm not shocked that you two are involved in this. Ms. Cosby, look, I'm taking their plea. What I just heard, there's a factual basis for the plea. Period. That's it. I'm ordering a pre-sentence report. I'm ordering a sentence date. Everybody can come back. I'm making a note, no promise regarding length of time. I know you think she's getting away with length of time of probation. I know you think she's getting away with a lot, but she's got a clean record. She has a clean record. Don't call me McNally. Don't call me McNally. I'm a judge and I deserve the respect that goes along with that. I've been here for 30 years. Don't call me McNally. I go by what's on the record, what kind of convictions there are. Of course, some people commit crimes and get away with it.
Josh.
Ma'am, I have heard enough right now. Be seated, please. I've heard enough.
No, you haven't.
Folks, it's been a long day. It's 3:35. I am tired. I've had other things going in the building. And I'm not going to listen to people talk back to me. I'm telling you. No, I don't even know who you are. And you're not a witness and you're not a party here. So no, the answer is no. Who is this, Mr. Dubin?
Your Honor, this is my client's mother.
She shouldn't be talking either. She want to talk in favor of her daughter? We can go around the whole courtroom here and everybody can tell me how great that she is or he is or how bad the other one is. I don't know what to tell you guys. Mr. Cole, please stop shaking your head. Okay?
I'm being jailed for this, Your Honor.
Please stop shaking your head. I'm going to ask you one more time. The only sad tragedy is this is brother and sister. That's the only sad tragedy here.
That's true.
That's a sad, sad, sad tragedy, if you ask me. How many brothers and sisters you have?
Me? I have 3 brothers and 1 sister.
How about you?
Same.
Well, so now you really only got 3 brothers or 2 brothers and 1 sister because you're not talking to the one. And you only have two brothers and one sister because we know you're not talking to one. I don't know who else is involved in the Hatfield and McCoys here. If somebody is making accusations of criminal behavior by somebody else, that's a no-no. That's a no-no. That's a no. Now, you have no proof at this point that this man was pointing a gun at you. You can say all you want. During one of the sidebars in here, I was told that the police searched the car after and didn't find a gun. Now, I don't know how a gun disappears unless this is old reruns of Bewitched. So something's not right.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear you, Your Honor.
You made an accusation that he pointed a gun at you. In the chambers, when I met with the preceding lawyer that you had, Mr. Baldwin, who's court appointed, and the prosecutor, I believe it was made known to me that the police, they said, I think the prosecutor said that the police looked inside the vehicle, Mr. Coles, and did not find a gun. Now, I don't know how somebody can have a gun if the police are there and they search the vehicle and they don't find a gun. They don't miss things like that. I guess it's possible. But that doesn't bode well for there being a gun.
Your Honor, this would be a
Hang on.
trial of he say, she say.
I get it.
Yeah.
I get it. But everybody wants to act like they're so right here.
Not me, Your Honor, I'm just trying to, I think what you're trying to get done here. I see what.
Well, I know what I'm trying to get done is get out of here for the day pretty soon. That's what I'm trying to do, so I don't have to deal with this nonsensical garbage. That's why.
I understand.
What's the date for sentencing, Lisa?
June 18th at 8:30.
Now, I'm telling you, you have any contact with him, ma'am, before I come back, whether in writing, by phone, by having somebody else talk to him in direct contact or indirect contact or by any means of communication, I'm telling you, bring your toothbrush. Because you will be going to jail for a lengthy period of time. Do we understand one another?
I understand you, and I would never go by him.
I would just like to put on the record, Your Honor, that contact.
And I would expect, even though there's not a no contact provision, because you're the victim, that you're not going to contact her.
I don't.
You understand?
Yeah.
All right. Pre-sentence report, sentence date. I don't know if they can do it. They'll try to get you done today, so you don't have to come back. Or they'll figure it out. Give me you got June 18th at 8:30. Go down the hall, get
Is it
your.
1:30 or 8? I think she said 1:30.
8:30.
8:30 a.m. Okay.
Is that good with you?
Let me just make sure. I'll write that order.
I can make it later if you're coming from 3 or 4 hours away, Ms. Cosby. Want me to make it later?
If you could.
Let's make it 10:30. How's that? 10:30 a.m. And you certainly have the right to show up. I wish all of you would leave the animosity at the door, though. I'll see everybody back here then. Good luck. Elizondo.
All right, that's the end of that one. We've got a couple more. Oh, McNally, we got. Hell, let's try this one. Maybe this is one.
Sullivan.
Okay, I'm gonna back it up again there. Watch how hard he smacks that file down. He is not happy with this kid at all. So watch that.
Sullivan Johnson. Deontay Ryan Sullivan Johnson. 22F 237-314A. 20W826226A. 20W826226B. And 20W826226C.
Good morning, Your Honor. Mike Hill Crawford, representing Mr. Sullivan Johnson, sir, state your name for the record.
Yeah, they Sullivan Johnson.
Mr. Johnson. You. I have a note here. It says, Will, the court officer out front, told me this gentleman in the back of the courtroom gave him the middle finger. You didn't do that, did you?
No.
I got surveillance cameras here. We can figure it out. Did you give him the middle finger? You didn't do it. Because you were chirping in here in the beginning of the morning.
He said it was.
I said you were chirping in here in the middle of the morning where I had to tell you to stop and said it was childish.
Yeah, that officer.
Stop. Because they told you to go to the wrong place, X. Let's assume they did. Do you think there's some conspiracy here? You go over to the local 7-Eleven 7.3 miles away. You think they want to do that and X can and intentionally tell you to go somewhere that makes their job and their life harder? I just want to know if you think that. If you do, there's nothing I can say that will make you change your mind or change your attitude. But this stuff about even somebody thinking you popped in the bird, and I know how you were acting here this morning. And the funny thing is, I got to tell you the hilarious thing here, Mr. Sullivan Johnson, before we go on. Now look at these. You know what it tells me? This guy has no respect for authority. I mean, I don't know if you're chief of staff to the president or secretary of state or in charge of the Pentagon, but this tells me you've got no respect for authority. And that's okay. There's some like you. You're going to go through life miserable. I don't know what to tell you. But you're not going to come in here and disrupt the courtroom in the beginning of the proceeding. And you're not going to pop people the bird. Do we understand one another? Listen, I can't hear you.
Yes.
What am I going to do? He's going to come in here and tell me 47 reasons why he hasn't paid, why he didn't show up, why we're still playing around with cases from 2020 and 2022 and 2021. I just don't know if I shouldn't just reschedule this, because honestly, I'm not in the mood to hear this nonsense right now. Not from somebody who acts like that. Does he work?
Well, Your Honor, he does have a job.
What is
he hasn't
that?
been able to start. So,
He doesn't have a job then. If he hasn't started, he doesn't have a job.
well, he's been hired, but he can't start because of these warrants he filed.
When did he last work?
Sir, when was the last time you worked before this?
I can't hear you. You got to keep your voice up.
Yeah,
Beginning of May was his last.
Where?
DLG.
I can't hear you.
DLG.
DLG. And when you left there in early May, how long did you work there?
2 years.
Okay. And where did you work before, let's call it roughly May of 23?
Master Art.
How long did you work there?
A year and a half.
Did you go from one job to DLG pretty much right afterward?
Yes.
So you've had a job for 3.5 years and you paid nothing on these tickets, it doesn't appear, right? Why?
My son, he had seizures and stuff, so I've been taking care of him. He's doing that with his mom.
I cannot hear you. I mean, maybe my hearing's going bad. You got to keep your voice up, son.
Okay,
Speak into that microphone and act like you're talking to somebody on the other side of the wall there.
my son, he had seizures and stuff.
Okay.
I was taking care of him and going through the problems with his mother.
Going through what?
The problems that we was having with his mother.
Okay. Mr. Sullivan Johnson, I don't know what to tell him, counsel. If he thinks he's walking out of here today, he might be shocked.
Your Honor, I explained to my
Yeah,
client.
the funny thing is, though, why would somebody come in here who's been so neglectful about taking care of his court business and then act like he's, I don't know, the most important human being, at least in the Tri-County area? You better go talk to your lawyer and you better figure out how we're gonna resolve this. Because I'm done giving you chances. I got things going back to August of 21, failed to appear for contempt hearing, said 282 cash bond. Defendant must appear in person. This is August 30. Because he could not appear, it looks like he couldn't connect by video. And then we never saw him again, except he didn't show up for a show cause again in October 21, June 22. And now you want us to do you a favor and clear your cases so you can get a job.
Right. Yes.
You haven't been here for 3 years. You know what the standard is, whether your failure to pay was with or without your fault. I can lock you up for quite a while right now. I don't look forward to locking people up. But then again, I don't like them treating the staff like they're pieces of garbage either. I mean, you come in here, I don't know where your attitude is, buddy, but you're not going to play around and talk in the back here and act like you acted when you came in here. So we're going to start over. I'm going to let you go talk to Mr. Crawford, and I'm getting off this bench. And then you and I are going to have a conversation, but you better take your arrogance level from a 10 to a negative 1,732.5. You got it?
Yes.
Good. Then I'm going to come out here and be nice about it, but don't pull that nonsense with people in here. Everybody stay seated. What's your names? Who's got the case here?
Josh Conversano. I got it.
Okay. I'm gonna take a break. We've been on here all morning since about 8:30 or so, and stay seated, everybody.
Hey, thanks for that, Rob. Still working with Allie, trying to get some more shows on with her. We'll do some more of the body camera stuff, but yeah, we got great mods. It's all right, everybody. I hear that background noise whenever I talk to. I'm trying to figure it out. So I think we got the video stuff figured out, but every time we get the video stuff figured out, the audio creeps in. So we gonna get it. The judge made him wait. He probably waited 2 hours before he came back for this guy. So he gave him a little time to think about it.
Yeah, you got touch.
A, 22F 237314, A, 20W 826 226C, 20W 826 226B. Counsel, your appearance.
Michael Crawford representing Mr. Johnson.
I'm going to sentence him on the suspend charge. That's 226A. He was never sentenced on that, believe it or not. The plea was taken back in 21. But I am going to address these two contempt charges. He owes $362, including his clearance fee on the no proof of insurance, Mr. Crawford. That's 226C.
Yes.
So he would owe $315, not including. He also owes on the 226B file $269. There is no clearance. So tell me he's going to pay those, so I don't have to go through a contempt hearing and lock him up.
Well, Your Honor, my client doesn't have the money to pay.
He's got a big problem. So we're going to have a hearing, or is he's going to plead guilty?
He's going to plead guilty.
Is that what you're going to do?
Let's speak.
Yes.
Now, I want you to understand, you could get, on this case, 32 days. Do you understand that? You got to go a lot louder. I'm not, this isn't a hearing test for me.
Yes.
You're going to go, and then if you plead on the other case, you owe 269, you could get 27 days. Do you understand that?
Yes.
You have the right to a hearing. At a hearing, you have the right to question their witnesses, to bring in your own. You use the subpoena powers of the court to bring in those witnesses, to testify or remain silent. If you plead guilty, you're giving up all those rights, and there will not be a hearing or a trial. Do you understand that?
Yes.
All right, so to the first one, the charge that you failed to pay $317, and this again is on file 226C. How do you plead?
Yes.
You failed to pay,
No, I'm not able to pay.
but you failed to pay, correct?
Yes.
To the charge you failed to pay $269 on file 226B. How do you plead?
Guilty.
Did you fail to pay?
Yes.
Anybody force, did you fail to pay on those?
Yes, I failed
Anybody
to pay.
force you to plead guilty?
No.
Plea is accepted to both charges. I'm still gonna sentence him on the suspend too. Are you ready? Is there anything you'd like to say? And on the suspend charge, I'm gonna arraign you, the first one, I should say, the one I did sentence you on, 2373148. I'm gonna arraign you for failure to pay $450. If you plead guilty, you could get 93 days. Do you understand that?
Yes.
And you understand your rights? You understand the fact that you have the right to a contested hearing?
Yes.
You understand if you plead guilty, we're not gonna have a hearing?
Yes.
You wish to plead guilty, or do you wanna have a hearing on this?
Plead guilty.
To the charge you failed to pay $450, how do you plead?
Guilty.
Did you fail to pay?
Yes.
Anybody force you to plead guilty? Please accept it to that, and then I'm ready to sentence him on the other suspend charge. Anything else?
There's nothing to add to the court doesn't already know.
Sir, anything you'd like to say?
I apologize to the court for wasting time.
You didn't pop your finger at me. If you had, you'd be in back there. So you don't need to apologize to me. 100 fines, this is actually on a no-ops sentence. 100 fines, 100 costs, 75 victims' rights, $50 justice assessment, 3 1/4 or 60 days. So we've got a real dilemma here. He's got a dilemma. Why has he not paid anything if he's been working for 3.5 years?
My understanding is he's been overwhelmed with the cost of taking care of his ill child and going through whatever custody issues he's had with the mother and trying to manage.
Where does he work again? Or where did he work? Until the beginning of May?
I guess.
I thought you said it was DLG or something.
Yeah, that's the name.
How much you make an hour?
I was making 18.
Why didn't you come in here and pay anything on these?
I was paying my other tickets too. I had.
What other tickets?
And 36 district, and I have a lot of tickets.
And he's taking care of tickets in Farmington and Romulus and 36D.
He just used us for last.
He only had so much money.
I got it.
But he brought us up here today. He knew he'd be in trouble. He tried to.
Yeah, but he came in here acting like King Kong.
That is unfortunate.
I mean, you can't act like that. Have you had a problem with respecting authority your whole life, or is this just something that happened in the last 3 hours?
No, that officer was being disrespectful.
How is he being disrespectful?
He was being rude, and when I was walking, when the clerk told me where to go, I went back there and kept following me.
Who?
The sergeant who said I put up the military.
You mean the gentleman in the front at the desk?
Yes.
Mr. Crawford. As much as he deserves to go to jail, and he is gonna end up in jail if he isn't moving on this a lot more, I'm gonna give him 1 month to come up with all of these fines. I'm gonna give him 1 month. Don't you ever come in here and treat people like that again. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
They don't have problems with people around here. I'm gonna set a sentence date. I'll tell you what, I'm gonna have you pay this one last. You're gonna pay on the improper pass. We'll set a sentence date. Lisa, I want you to put this out about a month, please.
You just sentenced him, so you want a sentence date on?
I mean on these civil infractions. So I want to give him time to come up with some money so I don't have to lock him up for 50 days.
June 26th at 8:30.
How much you gonna be able to come up with by then?
Remember, he's not working right now, he's gonna start a
I
job.
got it, I get it, but I'm setting all of those for June 26th at 8:30. I need to see an effort. So far, I've seen no effort. If you show me an effort, I can assure you I'm not difficult to get along with. If you show me no effort, then I'm going to be difficult to get along with. I'm gonna say on the other case, the suspend charge that was reduced to no ops, you're to pay 40 per week. And I'm gonna start that beginning. Lisa, give me the first Friday in September, believe it or not.
September 5th.
So it's September 5th. You're gonna work on paying the rest of these until then. You're never gonna have a license if you don't pay these. I'll let you pay 40 per week on that starting September 5th. You save some money, you come in and talk to me on these others, and I'll be reasonable with you. Do not, I would strongly suggest, come back with the same attitude you had this morning. Okay, we got one another?
Yes, sir.
All right, go save some money, get a job. I don't remember you telling me something about an ill child before.
Yeah, this is my newborn son.
Geez, I'm sorry. Good luck. We'll see you back here. Go down and get your notice. Thanks. Detective Robinson, do you have a case in here?
Your Honor, yes. Reading on record.
Okay, let's get that done.
We still have walk-ins.
All right, so the judge was oddly sympathetic to him whenever he mentioned the sick kid. Whether he was lying or not, the judge just gave him the benefit of the doubt. Good guy. All right, we're going to jump to another. Thank you, Kimby. Thank you, Kimby. Thank you, Fletcher Boy. Thank you all for being here. We're going to jump to another Judge McNally one. Like I said, he's had a busy couple of days there. So,
What'd I do with Bobby Bell and Tamisha Bell?
I'm here.
Here.
all right. So this one's I don't know if it's landlord tenant. I think it is. But it's kind of crazy. It ends up damn near becoming a TPO hearing by the time it's over with. So this is a really good one. This one, whenever I was watching this afternoon, I saw this and I didn't know what direction this one was going to go. So here we go.
What'd you guys do now? You told me you listened to and understood the rights, right?
I do.
And how much do you think is owed, Mr. Bell?
Now I got a new statement from Citizens last week. They said the mortgage is $35,028.90. Plus I got a shut off from DTE for $2,556.51, which that total is $37,585.41.
How much were you renting this house to her for, sir?
Excuse me? I didn't hear your question.
How much were you renting the house for? $3,200?
I was nothing. She's just supposed to be assuming the mortgage, taking care of the mortgage, and making sure she paid the mortgage every month while she was there. I was making no money, no profit off of it, or nothing like that.
Were you two?
We used to be in a relationship. We used to live.
Slow down. Were you two in a relationship?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
And who's in the house is in your name, right, sir?
Yes, sir.
And somehow.
And I am on a deed.
She is not.
You are what?
She is not on the deed. She says she's on the deed, but she is not.
I am on the deed.
And either way, that doesn't still make any payments, being paid. She
You
hasn't.
haven't paid the mortgage, ma'am, for 10 months?
Oh.
So let me explain, if I can explain, please. So the house was in bankruptcy, and then the house went from bankruptcy. It was in bankruptcy for almost 2 years, and then it went from bankruptcy to a modification. From a modification to a forbearance. Once again, when it was about to come out of forbearance, then we found the buyer for the house. After we got the payoff to sell the house to the buyer, we found out we were upside down in the house. So now Bobby wants me to go back and pay what he would have gotten if we weren't upside down in the house. We never had an agreement to pay, never had a lease or anything. Yes, I've been in the house. Neither one of us couldn't afford the house. So when the house was in bankruptcy court, and then went into the modification, while the modification was going on, we honestly thought that it was going to go into foreclosure.
Hang on a second. Slow down.
It's a mess. It's a mess. Yeah.
Why did you leave? Wait a minute. Why did you leave the house, sir?
Because we just didn't work as a couple, We wasn't.
I know, but you own the house and you left the house, and you're telling me she agreed to pay the mortgage while she was living in the house?
She did agree to pay the mortgage, and she has agreed to leave the house for it's been almost 2 years. She's supposed
Did you agree to pay the mortgage, ma'am?
I did not agree to pay the mortgage,
What did you agree to pay?
What did I agree to pay? Nothing.
Yeah. Nothing? What a great country. You mean you thought he was just going to leave the house, let you stay there for free?
Absolutely not. The house was going into
Ma'am,
foreclosure.
I want you to listen to my question. Stop.
All right.
Stop. Are you telling me, how long ago did you leave the house, Mr. Bell?
It's been over a year, probably a year.
All right, slow down. That's all I wanted to know. You're telling me you left the house, no agreement, and just you can live here until?
No, it was a verbal agreement that she would take care of the mortgage until she was able to leave that house and find her something else. We've had sales for the house a couple of times, and she won't leave the house.
Hang on a second, guys. Wait 1 second.
I am the one who got the sales for the house.
The judge said to wait.
Can I please speak?
Wait.
Okay.
The judge said to wait. That means you don't say anything. Well, I can't say that this isn't something that I've seen happen before. I mean, this is what happens. People think they can commingle, live in different houses together. One owns, one doesn't own. One rents, the other doesn't rent. And now you guys got yourselves in a big pickle.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, this doesn't seem right. You just can't imagine living in a house that has a $3,500 mortgage payment for free. I mean, this would be a great country. Maybe they'll let me live in their houses in Hollywood for free. I don't know what to tell you two. Don't interrupt me. I think you both better get some lawyers in here that know what they're doing. I'm adjourning this 2 weeks. You guys get some lawyers. That's what you need to do. This is an expensive asset you're talking about. You don't want to lose everything, Mr. Bell. I don't know what the status is. I don't want to know right now. But you gotta, how much is that house worth?
It's worth, they did appraisal, they saying like right at 500 now. But she got it so upside down, I would have to pay to sell the house.
I have it upside down.
Hang on a second. Hang on a second.
Can I please say something?
Ma'am. I'm not going to be here to referee this right now. I'm not gonna let you guys squabble across the cameras here, telling one why the other one got it upside down, or he did, or you did, or anybody else did. I'm adjourning this to June the 16th at what time, Jen? And you're gonna
10
come
a.m.
at 10 a.m. and you're gonna come back with some lawyers. And then we're gonna set it for trial. Okay? I mean, you guys are both hurting each other at this point, as far as I can tell. But I don't know all the details, but I'm sure I'm certainly not going to resolve them now. But when
Yeah,
you take-
tell him why you couldn't go to the, I had to get a
And-
restraining order on him. He was abusing me. It's a lot of stuff, a
All
lot.
right, hang on.
If you check the records, I called the police here so many times before.
Ma'am, that's the first I've heard of it.
Yeah, because you wouldn't let me talk.
Ma'am,
Okay,
you need to get a lawyer.
yeah.
Did you charge, was he charged with anything ever?
No, because they could never catch him here. He
All right,
wasn't.
slow down.
No,
You said that you had restraining orders on him.
yeah.
Did you get PPOs, or were these?
I got a
Hang on, I didn't think I was done talking yet. Did you think
Oh, I
I was
didn't know.
talking yet?
No.
Would you please stop interrupting me?
Okay.
Did you have charges that you filed against him where he was the defendant in a domestic violence charge?
No, I
You
just
said,
got
hang on. You said you had a
Mhm.
restraining order. Did you go down to Detroit and get a PPO against him?
Yes,
All right, is that PPO still in effect?
no,
Does that PPO have anything at all to do with the fact that you guys got yourselves in a deep issue here with regard to the loss of this property, whether it's Mr. Bell's owned otherwise, or you own some or don't own some? Do you guys realize does that have anything at all to do with this?
no. Can I say this, Your Honor?
Why are you
Can-
bringing up issues that have nothing to do with the fact that this house is apparently underwater and he thinks that you owe him $35,000?
The reason why I'm bringing it is to establish that he's doing this to be vindictive. That's why.
Might be, and I'm gonna hear all that at trial, ma'am. I'm not foreclosing you from arguing anything. I think that this is.
Yes, he's doing it to be vindictive.
Why are you interrupting me again? Please. He might be. I'm not saying he is. I'm not saying he isn't.
He is.
All right, okay, stop. I'm adjourning this to June 16th.
Look at him, happy that he made me cry. I'm telling you.
I'm not happy that you keep interrupting
He
me.
is.
I'm not happy that you keep interrupting me.
Your Honor, I'll just leave. I
Hey,
don't have to
slow
be
down.
here or anything. I'll just leave. I don't want to drag this out and have this man in my life anymore.
All
I
right,
will just
slow down.
leave.
All I'm telling you is I'm encouraging both of you to get lawyers, and maybe you can actually work together so people don't.
We're not going to be able to. He's crazy. And he's sitting here pretending like he's not. And I know it may seem like that I am because I'm interrupting you, but I have been through a lot when it comes to this man and this house. I dumped my money into this house just like he did.
All right, then maybe you guys should figure something out. I'm telling you what I'm suggesting. I'm telling you both you should be here in person June the 16th. I'm telling you, you should come with some lawyers, and then we'll figure out, they can figure things out. June 16th at 10. If you don't want to, I don't know what to tell you, ma'am. I'm going to hear you out. You guys come here with lawyers, we're going to set a trial date, or they can resolve it. But I think you need some representation, both of you right now. If you're in danger of losing a house worth $500,000, I don't want to know how much debt you have in it, how much what your mortgage is or anything else. Just come here June 16th at 10. If it's not resolved that day, I'm setting it for trial. But you're going to have to prove, sir, that she agreed to pay that. If that's what it is. You got some obstacles here, both of you. I'm just telling you both, I think you'd be much better off with a lawyer on June 16th. And then I can set it for trial. You raised your hand, ma'am. Do you have anything else?
I do. I want to ask if I can just leave and not have to come back to court. I don't.
Lady, it's a scam artist, Your Honor.
What's that?
I put all those names on the thing because she uses several names. I've been to the police or made a report, and they know who she is and how she does, because just like she doing this crime scene now, she'll do some stuff. She spit on me, did all kind of stuff, and then call the police and act like I'm doing stuff to her.
Partner, he is lying.
All
He
right.
is lying.
Okay.
Get these dictionaries
Sir.
and file the report
Sir.
so they
He's
would know.
lying.
Sir.
The reason
Ma'am,
he's lying.
ma'am.
Yeah.
He's
lying.
claiming that you owe him money, and he's asking me to evict you. So in answer to your question, if you choose to vacate this case, as far as I'm concerned, he didn't pay for a money judgment. This will be a moot point. He's not suing for a money judgment right now. So you can go consult with a lawyer. I'm not going to give you advice. I strongly think you should consult with a lawyer. I'll see everybody here
The
June
volume went out. I
16th.
can't
Hang on. At 10 o'clock, and that will be in person. Okay, please? In person. All right? We'll see you guys then, June the 16th at 10 o'clock in person. Thank you very much. All right, now.
All right, that was the end of that one. June 16th. All you mods, please make sure I don't forget that one. I know I'll forget it. So here's another one. Judge McNally. Let's see where this one goes.
Thank you. Your name?
Stand here.
Counsel?
Okay, yeah, this is another landlord tenant. Listen to this one. He only owes like I think it's $150, $200, but it ends up being over $1,000 just because of the late fees.
Good morning, Your Honor. Donald Dosinski on behalf of plaintiff.
Okay, any resolution?
No, not at this time, Your Honor. We're just going to request the trial.
Can I say something?
Trial?
Yes, can I say something?
Wait a second. You think you paid everything?
I have it here. That's all I was trying to show him to get an understanding, but he wouldn't allow me to do that. And then I was asking him, what am I paying for? He said DT, so I asked him, am I paying DT?
DTE, you mean?
Yeah, and I was trying to understand, that's why he confused me. And then I was like, well, wait a minute, let me go
Hang on
back.
a second. What is he in arrears on, rent or DTE bill?
Your Honor, he's in arrears for rent for May. He's claiming that he's always paid his rent in full on time. However, going back until March 1st, that hasn't happened when the DTE bill got attached to his account, and he's only paid $775 going forward. He hasn't taken into account the DTE bill or the $50 or the late fees, unfortunately. And so there's we went round circle here, unfortunately, and we're getting nowhere because there's only been payments of $775, and there hasn't, since March, there hasn't been payments that include the DTE bill and the late fees and the other fees that are on the ledger. So unfortunately, he is behind starting in March because of that.
Okay, can I say something? I never knew about the DTE bill. My DTE bill today is current to zero. So I never knew I owed you guys for DTE bill. What is the payment for the DTE bill? I never knew that. And that's what I was trying to ask you.
Mr. Osinski?
The DTE bill was from November of 2024 through December of 2024, January through February as well.
So how much is that?
And the December through January. So those amounts were totaled $133.01.
Then I can pay that. I didn't know that, but I can pay that.
133.01?
Back from March, and then going from March, we have the late fees that were added, and then the 7-day notice processing fee as well. And we have one late fee.
How much do you think he owes in total?
I'm sorry, Your Honor?
How much do you think he owes in total?
In total, Your Honor, he owes $1,688.01 in rent, plus a court cost of $184.17 for a total due and owing today of $1,872.18.
All right, $1,872 for a $133 back rent. Seems like they should be able to cut a deal at like 200, 250 and get them out of there, but not this guy.
Okay.
Do you agree to show that amount?
No, because I have this much rent right here. Everything I paid in cash off this app, and it comes electronically to this phone. And I was trying to show him, but he was not willing to look. On my phone, he was looking at whatever he's looking at on his end. I don't know that, but I can show it to you right here.
I mean, I don't mind taking a look at it, but I'm telling you what's gonna happen. Even if I agree with you, we're gonna have to have a trial. It sounds like there's a dispute as to whether or not the money's been paid.
Okay, so I didn't know about the DTE bill, but I mean, as far as anything else about the rent, I'm normally up on top of that.
Did you pay your June rent yet?
Yes,
You paid your June rent.
yes, it's right here.
Is that right? Did he pay his June rent?
No, Your Honor. May's rent didn't get paid till May 31st, and that's according to him. It's not reflected on my end of the system yet. The last payment I have that's reflected in the system currently is from 4/25.
Is that right? April 25th, is that the last payment until you, hang on, until you made a payment on May 31?
No, every month I.
Tell me what date you made your payments.
Okay, so,
Give me the day you paid in May.
okay. That would be the 5th month, am I correct?
I don't know what you mean by that. Yes, May is the 5th month.
Right.
When did you pay it?
The 31st.
Okay, well, that's what I just said. That's what he just said. What other day did you pay in May?
Oh, in May?
Yeah.
Okay, that was for June, so.
I want to know what date you made your payment in May. You said the 31st. Did you make another payment in May?
Okay. So, it's kind of, because
listen,
I'm trying to comply with you guys. One second.
you didn't make another payment in May, did you?
Yes, I made.
Besides the 31st? Did you?
No, I didn't make 2 payments in that month.
Okay, so you didn't make any other payment in May other than May 31, right? That's what he just said.
Okay.
Then he said the preceding payment you made was for April. And he's saying the May 31 payment was for May, right?
Yes.
Mr. Osinski, is that right or wrong?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. So he's saying you paid that late.
Okay, so I owe late charges for paying that late. That's what
You also owe June payment.
I got June payment.
Which one?
June payment is right here.
Listen to what I'm asking you now. Let's not make this harder than it is.
Okay.
He just got done telling me that the May 31 payment that you made was for the month of May, which would have been due on or before May the 1st. Right, Mr. Ozinski?
That's correct, Your Honor.
You didn't make any payment for June yet, did you? Sir?
Hey, everybody, I forgot that this hearing was on before this lovely couple, Belle and Tamisha. Look at Tamisha's attitude as she's sitting there just waiting on the judge to hear hers. This is how she looks at the breakfast table in the morning. That's how she looks at the dinner table in the evening. That's what he was running from. Mr. Bell made the right choice. Hell with that house.
Okay. Let me just say this here.
I don't need you to say anything. I want you to answer my question.
I thought I made this payment for this month because I paid twice in 1 month.
Which month?
It would have been 8/24. One for the 30th and one for
August the 24th?
Yeah, because I wasn't here. So yes, I paid twice.
Look, I'm just setting this for trial.
Okay, that's fine.
You guys can resolve this. You can go check each other's books before then. Okay?
Yes, Your Honor. Thank you.
Give me a date for trial, Jennifer.
Judge, how far out do you want to go? 2 weeks? The 16th?
16th would be great.
Okay, 10:30.
We're gonna set a trial for June the 16th at 8:30. You guys, this will be in person. You have to be in person.
Imagine just being $133 behind and then $1,800. I think I'm stubborn enough. I think they'd have to bring me to court for it. In the end, he's just gonna have to pay it anyways. But damn, I certainly wouldn't want to pay that kind of money. All right, here we go. One more, Judge McNally.
Suzette Hammond.
Oh, this is a good one here. This is a good one to go out with. I'm glad this one was last.
Is it okay if I approach?
Yeah. Good morning.
Over here.
Over here? Okay, okay.
I want you to go meet Ms. Foley Carter. I'm sorry, can you call her in here again? Ms. Foley Carter, your name?
Hello?
Hi.
Okay, I know.
Okay, just relax. Your name, ma'am?
Pearline Doucette Hammond.
So she is, the forensic examiner found that she's incompetent and not likely to attain competence.
I saw it, Howard.
What do you want to do with this?
I did bring the officer here. It's my understanding that our intention then would be to dismiss. But our concern is that this is gonna happen again. I just wanna make sure that Ms. Doucette Hammond is not driving, and will not be driving.
Young man, will you tell me your name?
Robert Doucette.
That you're her daughter, son.
Can I say something?
No.
Wait a minute, because she's saying about driving. I've been driving all my life.
You can't drive anymore.
No, I've been driving all my life. Listen to what I gotta tell you, and I want you to love me like I'm gonna love you. My two brothers, I had to go bury them, and that other guy, I didn't know he wanted me to pull over because there was a million of them over there,
Okay.
and I didn't want to get killed.
Okay.
And I live in a house that I own the house.
She
with
doesn't drive anymore. I drive.
I got a brother in there with me. I got a brother. I take care of brother in the house,
Okay, calm down.
and I gotta pay workers in the house to take care of them.
Mother, calm down.
That's my other brother,
Okay,
my mother's second
This is
brother.
another one of your brothers.
I know, but I gotta let him know what I've been. Okay, I hope he knows.
You're fine.
Thank you.
Let me just talk to your son a second, the prosecutor,
It's my
okay?
son.
I know, he's a nice looking guy.
Yeah.
A nice man like I can tell that you raised, right?
But see, I've been
Drinking.
driving all my life. If you look at anything, you never saw that I bust anything and did anything wrong. I lived in Oak Park and still have a house in Oak Park. I moved out here to save my brother.
Let me talk to your
Big house.
son.
I got a great big house out here.
Listen.
Huh?
Let me talk.
I just want him to tell the truth.
Well, you don't have to tell the truth. You have to tell the
Okay,
truth.
I'm trying to tell the truth to you, so
I know.
you'll
I
understand.
believe you. I want to talk to your son a
Okay,
second.
yes.
Okay, thank
Okay,
you,
let me talk.
thank you.
Do you live with her?
No, I don't live with her, but I drive, since this went on, I drive her.
How do I know she's not going to get the keys?
Well, because I have the keys.
And I got a
Wait a
husband.
minute.
I live with a husband.
But he doesn't drive. He's 90 years old.
All right. What are you, 60, 50?
No, she's 78 years old.
78, but I've been teaching for years.
I know, but let me talk to your son. Can you assure me she's not going to have the keys? I can't order her not to do anything without a conviction.
No, I'll have the keys.
They're willing to dismiss the case.
Yes.
The thing about her driving isn't only that it would be illegal, I'm really concerned for her.
Yeah, me
I
too.
can't order anything when I don't have a conviction, and I'm not gonna have a conviction because they're deeming her incompetent. So the prosecutor's going to move to dismiss.
Okay.
But I gotta sleep at night too. I wanna make sure you're gonna keep
Well,
those.
I'll guarantee you, listen, I'll have the keys out. She hasn't driven since this happened. I've driven her everywhere she
Okay,
goes.
she can't drive.
No, that's not, okay.
It's-
Tell her again
Saying
that
I
she can't
can't
drive.
drive?
No,
No, you can't drive.
Listen to let me show you my things that I got, that I have to
She's
go.
got
I
three
gotta get my
licenses.
social security. They
But
gave
she
me
lost
3 of
one.
them. They gave me 3 of those, and the man said,
Can't drive.
he said, you're rich and I can't take these from you, cause he said, you taking care of your person in the house,
No.
my husband's in the house.
Tell her again, Your Honor, she can't drive.
Your son's gonna drive you. You're not driving.
Well, he gotta come from way over here where I
Don't matter.
live. He live a long way
That's
from me.
okay. And I have a younger brother that.
I'm not
listen,
used to that. I've been driving all my
I have
life.
a younger brother that
All my life.
lives in the home with
Live in
her.
Oak Park all my life. They never bothered me,
You're
never.
getting older, you can't drive anymore.
I ain't did nothing wrong.
All right, okay, listen to me. I'm just telling you, I don't want you to drive.
Why? Cause I gotta live.
He's gonna drive.
He lives
You're gonna
alone.
drive into a truck and hurt yourself, and we don't want you to hurt
Truck is
yourself.
Way up from, do you know where we live? And I'm in that house.
Yeah, you've told me a couple times.
I got a brother, I gotta take him
Okay, here.
I have to take him in this white big thing that I paid for,
No, no.
and they checking
We'll
his
be
heart.
going driving,
That's
man.
my
You
mother's
can't
second brother, I gotta drive him in there, but I can get his sister to come and drive.
You can't do it anymore.
I get his sister to come and
I
drive.
understand.
You can't do it.
Your son's gonna drive you around.
Yeah, but he lives a long
It
way
don't matter.
away.
I'm doing it now.
He's
He
gonna
don't
do it.
live near me.
And I got a younger brother that lives in the house.
So,
with him.
ma'am,
Huh?
I'm telling you not to drive.
You don't want me to drive to get food or nothing?
I don't want you to drive and get in an accident. I don't want you to hurt yourself or somebody
But
else.
guess what? I've never got an accident in my life,
Doesn't
never.
matter.
That's okay. There's always a first time.
My 2 brothers
Listen,
died.
you seem like a very nice lady.
Thank you.
You're moving to dismiss?
We are, Your Honor. Mr. Hammond's licensing privileges are suspended. This was initially investigated as a flee and elude situation, but based on the officer's contact with her, he elected to charge her with something simpler.
Okay, so they're just charging with driving on a suspended. They're moving to dismiss the case. I'm dismissing it, but you can't drive. Please don't drive.
Let me show you a card.
No.
They always
He
gave me
knows-
a
he
card.
knows you has a
They gave me a
license.
card, said I could drive.
They're
They
suspended.
said I could drive until 11/06/2028. I got 2 cards they gave me.
Okay,
For years, they gave them to me and said I could always
They're
drive.
Okay, you're
I
not.
can show it to you because I have to go get my social security every
She's
day.
not driving anymore.
I gotta get my social
All right,
security.
listen.
Come back.
You wanna see my?
No.
He knows already.
No, I believe you.
How I'm gonna get my money if I don't
I'm
go?
gonna take you to get it like I've been.
I gotta get my money all the time.
Ma'am.
She's losing her
I've been driving
independence.
all my
All
life.
right, so wait a minute.
I lived in Oak Park for
Okay,
years.
it's
Nobody
okay.
ever bothered me in
Please
Oak
stop.
Park.
Please stop. I
I'm
don't
gonna have to
want,
go back to Oak Park.
I don't want you to drive.
Oak Park.
Ma'am,
Let me
ma'am,
drive for
ma'am,
years.
ma'am,
I drive.
Well,
I
they're
never hit,
nice.
I
They're
never,
nice.
I never hit nothing. I never had to pay nothing. I always taught kids because I went to school for years.
All right. So she's been deemed incompetent. I don't see any reason to make findings. You're moving to dismiss, case dismissed. Defendant, I know you're not going to drive. Your son's going to drive. Both cases are dismissed. Motion to prosecutor. Thank you very much. Good luck.
You telling me don't ever drive?
No, you can't, tell her again, she can't
I
drive.
got a husband and I have to drive him.
No, you don't.
Your son will
We got all
drive.
kind
You
of
do the driving,
cars.
mother.
My brother, let me tell him something.
All right, okay. No.
My brother had 5
Move the
cars
case out,
and
man.
the guys came and took
Thank you,
all the
sir.
money and I gave them the money. I gave them the money.
Okay,
They
come on.
They stole me
Okay, I got it.
for no reason.
I
Why did they
understand.
steal my
It's okay,
brother's
man.
cars?
We'll take you wherever
Then I
you
got
need
them
to go.
all charged up because
Come on.
I had to go get mine charged up. That's why the man
Can't drive
got
anymore.
mad on me because I had to run and get charged up
Come on.
over his cars.
All right,
and
good
my
luck.
cars.
Good
You
luck.
understand.
Thanks
Okay,
for,
let go, let
No,
go.
it's time to go. He put
I'm
the
going,
case
I
out.
can't stop driving. I
Yes,
don't
you
have
can.
nobody stop me from driving.
Come on.
I've been driving all my life.
Okay, well, you haven't lived all your life. Let's go.
I've been all my life. I've been alive all
She
my
won't
life.
drive anymore.
I ain't never been in
Right.
a hospital, never.
Come on.
Ain't nothing wrong with my body, never wrong. I've been driving my own cars and house, I got a beautiful house paid off. The houses are paid off, as I was a person downtown.
All right. You can go out in the hallway. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, sir. No, it's over.
Christmas Eve, Your Honor.
Have a good day. Thank you.
All right, I'm going to back it up about 30 seconds. You got to look at Judge McNally's face. Hold on. Let's go. Look at that. Look at that face as she's walking out. He had enough. But like I said, it had been a rough couple days for him, so he was already had enough of everything. So, all right, I think we're done. We're done. Now I'm still kind of lost on the daytime live streams. Let us know who you like. Critter, I'm not scared of needles, but I have no need for needles, so there's no reason to get needles in my life. I don't need anything that requires needles. All right, you guys, you have a great night, and we'll see you tomorrow.
Oh, yes, I could.
Please.